Jake Noecker here at Marquez MMA with the rude boy himself, although you're not that rude. Randy Brown. Randy, how you doing, man?
I'm good, man. I'm good. How you been?
Good. Great to meet you. Appreciate the time. And, dude, coming off a huge win, Wellington Turman. Walk me through that performance. You happy with that performance, and how you feeling after?
I'm happy I got the win. You know, typically we're never satisfied. That's how it is. But, you know, my dissatisfaction doesn't come from, you know, those typical things. It's just kind of like I know I could do better. I wanted to do better, you know. But he had a great game plan, and he brought the fight, man. Brought the fight.
You wanted the finish, right? That's what you're saying?
Yeah, 100%. You know, I went in there confident that I was going to get the finish, you know. But Wellington showed up.
Well, great performance still, unanimous decision, always dominant. And a question I have about that fight is, we're at Marquez MMA in Philadelphia. Andre Petrosky trains here, and he just fought Wellington. So how big a part was he in your training camp giving you insight?
It was massive. It was massive. But realistically, me and Andre are two different kind of fighters. Sure. You know what I mean? So I had to take that into consideration. We were prepared for everything. We knew his grappling. We thought he was going to be more offensive in the grappling department, which he wasn't. But we worked everything with Andre that Andre was able to have success against him with. And in my fight, it was actually the complete opposite. He wanted to strike more, and he came with that really, from that camp, that Pereira camp these days, they throw like a little chopping low kick that it's hard with no tell on it. It's not a hard shot, but it's like a real quick shot that kind of disrupts your rhythm. And he was consistent with that and did a good job.
And right now we're in Philadelphia, but I know you travel and train kind of all over. So can you just kind of walk me through what gyms you train at and your training schedule in short?
I mostly train out of Philadelphia. I'm here, you know what I mean? So I traveled, most of my traveling is here. I come here, you know what I mean? But I'm out in Long Island sometimes. I train at Budokan Martial Arts, Belmore Kickboxing, and Marquez MMA. And
at Marquez, who are kind of your main partners, sparring partners, training partners?
Oh, Manny. I don't know Manny's last name. I don't know Manny's last name, but y'all know Manny. Manny, yeah, this guy right here, Igor. You know, Igor, come here. Get over here. Yeah, he's shy. He's shy. Look, he's running. Yeah. So you know, Brady, Petrowski, Pfeiffer is one of my main sparring partners. Everybody, man, the whole cast and crew. You know what I mean? Jeremiah Wells. A ton of guys that make us that people don't know of yet, but they will soon. And, yeah.
It surprises me the presence of Russian, Dagestanian, Uzbekistanian, Kyrgyzstanian fighters in Marquez MMA. It's very random, but it's great that they chose Philadelphia. And Randy, a very typical journalist question for you. What's next? When do you want to get back in there? Anybody in mind?
I'm back in October, November. As of right now, I'm just training and being prepared. You know, I got to take care of some health issues, so get those things out of the way, and I'll be ready for October, November.
And your last loss, your first loss in I think 4 or 5 fights was Jack Della Maddalena. We saw him have a close fight this past weekend. Is that a fight you want back? And regardless, how close are you from that ranking again?
We got to get it back. We got to get it back. That's 100%. And you know, I'm never a guy that's going to celebrate someone else's, you know, victory or lack thereof. But I got caught. It is what it is. You know what I mean? And it was the one shot that landed. It happened to be the shot that, you know, it was hard for me to recover from, and he was able to get my neck. But you know, prior to that moment, we saw where that was headed, and at some point, I'm sure we'll get it back and we'll right that wrong.
And another win, maybe 2. How many wins do you think you are away from that ranking back?
Probably one, you know, but you never know with the UFC. You never know what they have up their sleeves. My next fight could be, you know, someone in the rankings, or my next fight could be a random guy. You know what I mean? Because I'm in a unique position right now. You know what I mean? I'm 5-1 in my last 6. So it could be anywhere. I can fight a guy. I can fight a guy anywhere between 5 to 10, or 15 to 10, and I can find a guy right on the outskirts. You know what I mean? So we'll see what happens. But I'm ready for any and everybody.
And then I just saw you were at International Fight Week. How was that, man? Was that a great experience?
That was amazing. That was fire, man. I had a great time, you know, and it shows the growth of the sport. You know, I was able to, you know, interact with the fans and meet them and just, you know, see them in a different light. You know, and they were able to see me in a different light. And, you know, we got to honor some legends that got inducted into the Hall of Fame, you know, and it was cool. It gives the fans a chance to see that we're not only fighters and we're more than athletes, and we're multifaceted human beings like most people, you know what I mean? So that was cool.
Well, a media member who does a great job of showcasing that human side of you guys, sorry, but it's James Lynch, and he kind of kicked your ass in Street Fighter. So what happened there, bro?
He cooked me. Listen, he just gave me that work. Honestly, I'm not even a Call of Duty. I'm a Street Fighter guy. I'm more of a Call of Duty shooter. You know what I mean? So if you want to come see me again, if you want to shoot something up, I got something for you, James. But you know, he got that one. He got that one with the fighters, the fighting games. I don't even play UFC. I don't.
Well, we got to get you in UFC. That welterweight division of the game is a little bit outdated, but James Lynch, the rematch, he wants it, so come see him in Call of Duty. But anyways, Rude Boy, Randy, thank you so much, man. Appreciate the time, and ladies and gentlemen, stay tuned for some fight news coming soon. Randy Rude Boy Brown.